Hello, Sarah Sabin, Executive Leadership and Intuition Coach, and I am going to talk to you today about the 8 areas of life and how they are all interconnected and how focusing on all of them can bring you more success in the area that is your biggest focus. So to be clear, I primarily work with my clients in the career and slash or financial fields because obviously financial is linked into career. But there are 8 areas of life. And what I find when working with clients is that by focusing on one or more of these other areas, it actually creates these massive shifts in the career and slash or financial fields. So just to run through what these 8 areas are, you've got career and financial, you've got physical, you've got mental, you've got spiritual and slash or intuition, depending on what your particular inclination is. You've got social, you've got family, and you've got your passion, hobby. Okay, so those are all of the 8 areas. And let me just explain a little bit how it works. So you've got person A, right? Let's call her Jane. And Jane is a super high achiever and she is super career focused. And it's where 99% of her primary obsession is. And she's feeling, although she's done really, really well, that there's more to go, but she's not entirely sure how to get there. Now, I would then use my intuition to try and understand what other area outside of career and slash or finance does Jane need to focus on that will create biggest shifts in the career area. So to start joining the dots for you, we all know that if your physical and slash or mental health is not too good, it's going to affect your work performance. You may be that type of person that can drive through, but it's going to prevent you from reaching optimal performance, optimal results. And whilst you may be able to drive through in the short term, it's not a great long-term solution to completely ignore what's going on. Similarly, when you have family issues, that's going to affect your work performance as well. Now, the tendency is just to ignore that this stuff is going on and drive through, but actually just taking a tiny little bit of your attention and focusing it in on one of these other areas, depending on which is the most important for you in that stage in time, can have a huge impact on the career area. So, for example, if we take the CEO of Goldman Sachs, he is a DJ in his spare time. A lot of very successful CEOs run marathons in their spare time and they have this full life. And that's because they can draw inspiration from these various areas. They can draw learnings, they can draw skills and bring those into a work environment as well, much more so than if they were to just focus 100% of their attention on the work aspect to the detriment of everything else. So what I'm going to challenge you to do in this video is to ask yourself a few questions. So what is your primary area of obsession at the moment? And secondly, what are the areas that you are neglecting in favor of this primary area of obsession? So are you really neglecting your learning? Are you really neglecting your health? And once you're aware of those areas that you're neglecting, maybe you pick one or two of those, all I want you to do is to dedicate 5 minutes 5 minutes can make all the difference a day just to focusing some attention on those areas that you're neglecting. And then start to observe little shifts in your main area of focus.